Hi everyone, I'm back finally. I'm still alive. Um yeah, I moved to South Korea. That's the big update. I moved to South Korea. I intended. I intended, and I told a lot of people in person, which makes me feel bad. Now, much later, that I would like document the whole thing and that you could just keep up with my vlog and I'll be vlogging everything. And then now it's a whole nother year and I haven't posted a vlog in a whole year. So there's that. Today is February 2nd, 2025. I'm saying the date so that way, like, you know how long it's taking me to get these posted, because it shouldn't take that long. It should not take that long. I'm trying to do this in one take. So yes, just to know, I will be drinking this disgusting drink throughout the video. It's an apple cider vinegar drink, but I'm bloated right now. Also, I got my hair done yesterday, and I don't know why this one, no matter how many times I redo it, won't match this one. This one looks cute. This one is amazing, and this one is like not carrying its weight right now. So my head's lopsided, and it's here. It's this one's fault. Anyways, yeah. Basically, I vlogged a ton of footage from last year, from April to right July 31st, August 1st, when I left New Mexico. I vlogged all like tons of like moving and packing because I thought it would be like really cool, and it would have been. And then when it got to like doing and like editing that, I didn't like any of it and I deleted all those videos. So that's my bad. I just kind of hated it when I got to it and I didn't want to post it anymore, which it do be like that for real. So that's what happened. It's why I told so many people to yeah, so I'm sorry. But if you're new here, I guess I'm also sorry. I'll just apologize to everyone equally and everyone can have my apology. Yeah, so I'm gonna break down the details of like moving here and my progress, how I'm doing, am I staying? Things that I was nervous about doing that were not a big deal, or that like I can do now and I'm okay. Honest advice if you're thinking about doing this, because I know a lot of people are, and then some wins and what to expect next for my channel. I'm trying to keep myself orderly today because if you know me, you know I like to yap. So, and this is already a yappy vlog, so it's just another excuse. So my first days, so I actually left New Mexico before I had to come here. So I left New Mexico August 1st. So my very last day was July 31st, and I was like so in my feels. And then I packed, I sold everything, by the way, because I was living alone and I had my own apartment. So I had to sell and get rid of everything. I had to sell my car. I rehomed my dog, which was probably like the hardest thing about this, and I'll get into that later. And then took just like a few boxes of my things to my aunt's house. And guys, I miss my books. I miss my books so bad because there's books I want to read and I don't want to buy the hard copy because I have it. I own that. And it's not here. Like, I've been wanting to reread Howl's Moving Castle. I've reread it 4 times. I've read it like maybe 5 times. And I want to reread it again. But do I have it? No, because it's in a box at my aunt's house. So little struggles, little first world people struggles. It's not a big deal. But it is. Anyways, I left, drove to my aunt's, stayed there for a few weeks, and then I came here with 2 large suitcases, 1 medium suitcase, and a carry-on, and then my backpack. So 4 pieces of luggage, 3 pieces of checked luggage. My carry-on and my backpack were, obviously, my backpack was my personal item, but my backpack was big. Okay. I stayed at my aunt's for 2 weeks, and I went and visited my sister-in-law and my nephews. And I saw them for the last week. So I stayed at my aunt's for about a week and a half, flew to my brother's in the, I don't know. And then I left the United States. When did I leave? The 17th. The 17th? Actually, let me look. Anyways, I left. And let me tell y'all, I got on that plane and your girl was crying. I was crying. I did not want to come here anymore. I was like, nope, this isn't for me. I don't want this anymore. Like, I was low-key having a mild breakdown on the plane. It was not it. It was not it. Why is it not in my calendar? Let's see. Yeah, I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, I flew to Korea on the 16th, but I landed in Korea on the 17th. But anyways, I was like journaling like all these thoughts out, and I was like, yeah. I called my parents before I got on the plane, and then on the plane, just like, I was already like so nervous, and then it just went downhill from there. And when I mean it went downhill, like it just kept getting worse. How could it get any worse? It did. So yeah, I was like freaking out, not having a good time, but the plane ride was really nice. I flew with Air Premia, and because it was a one-way flight that I did get reimbursed for, I splurged on my plane ticket a little bit. Not really. Like, if I could have gotten a plane ticket for less, but I wasn't out of budget of what they were going to refund me. So I just didn't get to save any of the money from the refund. Because they give you a base amount. Which can suck if you can't find flights that are lower than that, because then you have to pay some type of money out of your own pocket. But since it was a one-way flight, flights were in between, like, I could have gotten an Air Premium flight for like $500, $600, but I wanted the like business class experience, and I wanted to be more comfortable because it was a 12-hour flight. The reason I visited my sister-in-law and nephews first was also because I wanted a direct flight. I did not want layovers, because that's what starts getting flights to 18 something hours, and that was a no for me. And there was people trying to fly out of Atlanta, and it was crazy. And I was burned by Delta like 4 weeks ago when the computer crashed and I got stranded in Minneapolis overnight. Yeah. And then they lost my baggage. I did find it, but anyways, that's not the point of the story. So land, after mini breakdown, flight was okay. It was pretty comfortable. I would fly Air Premium again, especially if you're doing a one-way. Food was good. Everything was fine-ish, except for the fact that I did not want to go to Korea anymore. And then I landed and I had to like figure things out. So I came a few days early. So orientation started on the 19th. I landed on the 17th and had to go to orientation on the 19th. So I had the 18th off. So I met up with friends. But before we get there, guys, how could it get worse? Let me tell you. So I get off the plane and I'm like, I don't want to be here. But then I see this girl in the line, same line as me. She had flown with a different flight or whatever, and for immigration. So we start talking, we do the papers. She's also in the EPIC program. I think I saw her a few more times. So I was just like so excited to like see another Black person, you know, and be like, oh, I'm not totally alone. So that was really exciting, but it delayed me getting through immigration. And so by the time I got out, they had already pulled all my bags off the flight, because obviously I was in like the business class section, so they get your bags off. Well, I get to the carousel and there's nothing there. There is not a thing there. So I'm stressing. I go to like 4 different people trying to ask them to help me, and none of them can help me. And they were like, go to the place for your baggage. And I was like, but there's literally, Air Premium doesn't have like a section in the Incheon airport for like baggage inquiries. And they're like, go to the kiosk. I could not find the kiosk. So I'm like literally almost in tears. I'm sweating too, by the way, because when I get nervous, I sweat. And I was already nervous and like stressed. So I finally get my bags, because they're like, literally they were calling my name. They were back at the baggage area, but I had come in. Here's the carousel. They were here and I had come in here. So I'm walking here and I'm here and I'm never seeing them over here. So I finally find them. I collect my bags. I collect myself. I go get my eSIM. I go get cash. Everything's working out fine. And then I'm like, okay, I just gotta take the bus in between here. And I booked like an Airbnb-ish room place. And I was like, from here to the room. So I just had like a whole kind of like apartment rented out for pretty cheap. So, and it was really close to the airport, so I was proud of that. But I thought the bus would be like a shuttle bus, you know? And it would be kind of one of those buses where you put your luggage in the bottom of the bus. It was not. And I found that out when I went to get on the bus. And I had to like struggle, mind you. So one of my large suitcases, the wheels don't want to do what they are supposed to do anymore. And I was fighting for my life. I was fighting for my life to like get to roll anything with that bag. But like I had my bags like strapped together, which was like helpful at first, but then turned out to not be helpful when you're trying to lift bags in and out of places, because then you can't physically lift both of those things at the same time because they were really heavy, because Air Premia, the business class, you can get like up to 70 pounds. So I was very close to that for both of my large bags. And yeah, it was just not working out, and it was a struggle to get on the bus. So then I was like, okay, I got to be able to get off the bus. So I got my bags early because there was like a little area where you could put your luggage in the bus. I get to the stop and I grab like 2 of my bags. I have to go back, grab the other 2. She almost starts to keep going. And I was like, no, please I have to like just throw my things off the bus. And so I'm like there. Of course, the big suitcase can't handle its weight, topples forward and pushes another suitcase down. So my luggage like all falls over in the road, and the bus just closes doors and goes on. And there's a ton of people at the bus stop just staring at me, hot, sweaty, gross, fallen over luggage. I managed to like collect all my stuff and get upstairs across all of the rickety stones. But luckily I could take the elevator, and there was a few ramps, so it wasn't too bad. It was just like getting off the curb. And get to my room. So that was like my first few hours. Then I'm like so tired. So I rearranged a lot of my luggage because I still had the week of orientation. So I rearranged and got some of like my toiletries that weren't travel sized. Rearranged some of my stuff. And then I was like, okay, I went down, got something to eat. And it was kind of late when I arrived. And so I only stayed up for a little bit longer, and then I went to sleep, and I slept pretty much through the night. I did wake up once or twice a bit early, and I was like not having it. But yeah. And then the next day I went out and met some friends. So that was good. Yeah, it was still kind of rough though, because I had a migraine. I had sprained my ankle like right before, so it was kind of hard to walk through the streets. And like sometimes like when you come to a new place, you get those jitters of having to go out and see the public. Like I already, like even when I lived in New Mexico, sometimes I'm like, I do not want to see the public today. Like, I don't want to see people. I don't want people to see me. I was already like that, and now it's even worse. I still go out. It's like, it's manageable. It's fine. So I still just don't want to see the public. But they're always there, so I gotta see them. Yeah. So I like convinced myself to go to Daiso because I needed some stuff for my ankle. Like I needed braces and whatnot. Because I had one, it was like an Ace brace that my aunt got me, but it was so thick, I had a really hard time wearing my shoes. So I went and got a few others. I got 2 more that really helped. And then I was supposed to go meet my friends. And like I had to convince myself even that day to just go and get breakfast because I was so hungry, but I was so nervous. I was so stressed. Pause. Unpause. Okay. That I almost didn't go. So we had never met in person, obviously, but just like talking through the chat, we had all decided to meet up. I'm making my way there. It's taking like an hour and a half to get there. And because I was like right next to the airport, and Incheon is not. Anyways, I had to cross over the river and all that stuff. So It took forever to get there. And on my way there, I had to switch buses. So I get off and I'm going to get on the second bus. And they text and they're like, we changed to the meeting at the subway station we were all going to meet at. They found a place to eat near there. And we're like, just come here. I almost turned around and went right back, y'all. Because I was like, I'm meeting new people. I'm in a new place. I don't know what's going on. My ankle hurts. I don't know if I want to go. Good thing I went though, because I had such a good time and I am still friends with all of them and I love all of them and they're so amazing. So I'm so glad I went, because like, what if I didn't go? I would have no friends and I wouldn't have them, and that would suck. That would suck so bad, because I had no other friends at orientation. No, that's a lie. I did. I had other friends. But I met up with them first, and so I was able to make more friends. But yeah, I don't even want to think about how lonely I would have been if I had, listened to my anxiety and gone back, gone just all the way back to where I was staying. Anyways, let that be a lesson. Don't listen to your anxiety and just go. Go do the things, go meet the friends, go hang out with the people, guys, because it's worth it. It's worth it. Anyways, that was my first days. Orientation was what it was. And I got here to my city way later and then started work. And I was terrified, but honestly, they were just just relax, calm down. My co-teacher kept saying that to me. He was like, just don't stress. You seem stressed. Bro, I am stressed. Stressed is actually my middle name. I'm Cashel Stressed. But no, everything else turned out really fine. I got really lucky. I have 3 schools, but all of them are really chill and whatever. But I'm not going to get into that because I'll make a separate video on what it's like teaching in the EPIC program or whatever, because I feel like there's a lot of videos right now that are don't ever teach in Korea. Or just why you should definitely teach in Korea. And I want to make a balanced, honest video about what it's actually like, because I feel like you either get one or the other. And some in the some honest videos, in the far and few between, I want to add to the collection of honest videos that are not necessarily overly negative or overly positive. So that way people can find actual good resources. The more of us that are talking about and not having super skewed perspectives, because then you look at both and then you hear the really bad stories, and then you hear oh, my name was just perfect, and then you're so if your expectations don't live up to that, then you're kind of edging toward so I just want to make a balanced view, because I feel like that's important. So that will be in a different video, but anyways, I'm doing okay. I'm actually doing okay. Yeah, I'm not lying. Culture shock, yes. Did I have a time where I was I love Korea? No. I never had that honeymoon period, which was maybe why I got so stressed and anxious really fast. But yeah, because I had come to Korea before. So last time when I visited Korea, I had that I love Korea moment. And so then when I came back again, I didn't get it again, which sucks, because I think you kind of have a better time and you're I love this place. But I came in kind of dang, this is hard. Yeah, so I am staying for another year. Yeah. So if that tells you anything, did have to work through a lot, but my sisters came recently and I was able to talk and get some advice and share my feelings about a lot of stuff. And they gave me a lot of honest opinions and things that I've started doing that have really worked for me and helped me manage a lot of issues that I was having. And also praying more, getting in my word more definitely just helps have a better mindset. And I'm just trying to always have that good mindset, okay, being undecisive about what I want to eat for dinner is a blessing to have. I have a warm house all the time. I have a bed. I have a job that I get to go to and complain about, you know? So all of those the Lord gave to me. And so I should be grateful for every little thing all the time. And that has really helped my mindset. And how I'm doing, because I'm doing really good. I was burnt out so bad, and we just had the week-long break because of Salal. Guys, I did not leave the apartment. I didn't leave it. I stayed either in my bed or on the couch, and I ate in between those two areas at the table, and I binged watched Naruto Shippuden. I'm on season 10 now, and that's what I'm going to do when I'm finished here. The grind don't stop. The grind does not stop. I have to keep at. My goal was to finish the Pain arc before break was over, and I did. So now it's just extra. It's just extra. Yeah, okay, that was total sidetrack. Things that I was nervous about that I can do now. I was nervous about grocery shopping. And I think that's just like a general thing, because like, what's going to be in the stores? What's it going to look like? How am I going to know what's what? My suggestion is avoid the big stores. Avoid the big like Home Plus, Latte Mart grocery stores, and find a local grocery store close to you and start there. That's my advice, because the big ones are more expensive, and like if you're already like anxious or nervous about it, going to a big one is not really the move, because it can be so overwhelming with like all the stuff that's in there, and then there's so many people usually there, and then of course, you know, there's like samples, so then there's people like yelling, and it can be really like sensory overload and just overwhelming in general. So find a small local grocery store and go there. Just look up Naver Maps, Kakao Maps, like Shopping Mart or something like that, and go there. Don't go to a big grocery store. Don't do that. I started with going to Home Plus, and then I just hated going to Home Plus, and I was like, I'm always spending so much money on too many groceries, because it's kind of like, you know, a store where you buy things in bulk more-ish. And there are things that I do really like about Home Plus. You can get chips and salsa there. I can get chips at my local store, and I can get tortillas, but I can't get salsa. Nor can I get ground beef for a reasonable price. So I do need to put in a Home Plus order. Like, I could go to Home Plus, but it's too cold. It's too cold to be walking to Home Plus and back, for me personally. Yeah, so do that if that's something you're nervous about. I was just nervous and anxious about everything. But yeah, like, just a win for me now, because I've been here long enough, is that now when I'm on the bus and I'm just zoning out or on my phone and I look up, I know where I am. And so I'm like, I'm so local now. Ugh. Yeah, so that's like a little win for me. I've been losing some weight, not intentionally because of this past week, but what am I doing next with this channel? I want to make more videos this year in general, because now I'm just like living my life. I'm settling into life. So I'm not stressed out and doing big money moves, big people things like I was last year. So I have a lot of time on my hands, which I have been putting into my hobbies. And I want to do a travel vlog. So I'm going to Japan later on break. So I'm going to be vlogging that and posting in 2 parts. So I'm going to Osaka for 2 days, and then I'm going to go see my sister. So I don't think I'll vlog the sister part of the trip, maybe, but I really am planning to vlog like thoroughly me going to Osaka in those first 2 days there. And I'm really excited. I have a lot of things that I'm planning to do. I have a whole shopping list, and I've already booked a day at like a dog, or not even just dogs, like it's just animals, like an animal cafe. I made a reservation this morning because I saw one and they had big dogs. Guys, I miss big dogs. But yeah, gonna be posting that. I think I will break down the whole like epic process and just all of that, pros and cons of coming, of leaving. That's what I'll probably detail, like what was the hardest things about leaving. Rehoming my dog. Guys, I miss her. Yeah, so look out for that. That'll probably be in the next few weeks because like this is a really yappy vlog. I don't want to do 2 yappy vlogs right next to each other. So this one and then maybe some travel vlogs. I am thinking of doing another concert vlog when I can go to one. I went to some last year and I didn't vlog any of them. One of them I couldn't because it was in Japan, copyright laws and whatnot. But yeah, just living my life and sharing that with you guys. I am on the fence about doing daily vlogs because I was thinking about doing style vlogs and maybe some like crafting vlogs. But I'm a little, I don't know if I want to do like day in my life vlogs just because like all my life kind of happens really close to where I live. And so if putting all of that on YouTube is like low-key exposing where I live, like, yeah. So I just don't want to do that, but I'll think about how, if I want to do it, how I could do it. But yeah, I also just really want to be putting like just cute videos that I always want to see but rarely get to find. So that's what I was thinking about doing, styling vlogs and stuff, because there's a lot of like aesthetics that I see, but then when I look for it for someone that looks like me, they're harder to find. So I've been thinking about making content more like that, etc. But definitely travel vlogs, craft vlogs. I've been crocheting a lot lately, okay? Etc, etc. But yeah, please look forward to it because I really am going to do it this time. I have no excuse. So yeah, that's the update. I'm here now. Yeah, so I will see you guys in the next one, which will probably be my Osaka vlog because I'm going in about 2 weeks from now. So expect to see me there. Unless I vlog, I'm going to Jeju soon as well. So maybe I might vlog that. But yeah, please be looking forward to it because I will be posting from now on. Yeah. So if you stayed the whole time, thank you. And I love you. And if you like this vlog, please like and subscribe to my little baby channel. And I will see you guys next time.